The Sixers actually took the Magic down to the wire. They're one of the best defensive teams in the league. They're 16-8. They got a lot of height, a lot of athleticism. Kind of surprising how well the Sixers played and how they managed to stay in the game for as long as they did. No Embiid, no PG. This is the first of two games that we're gonna have at home against the Magic, and Embiid's possible to play against the Magic on Friday, but no PG. And if we had PG, this we probably could have won this game. He would have brought the defense, a lot more playmaking when we needed it, and some shooting. A lot of good from Jared McCain, 24 points, 7 rebounds, talking trash to the Magic bench. Pretty fun to watch. He's been very efficient recently too. 10 of 17 from the field, 3 for 6 from 3. Yabusele had 15 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 for 8 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3. And we all know Kelly Oubre is a streaky shooter, but that was one of those games where he was actually hitting. He had 15 points, 5 for 10 from the field, 4 for 7 from 3 though. And Tyrese Maxey only put up 16 points on 36% from the field, 0 for 7 from 3. And this is probably one of the most disappointing things for this season, besides the fact that we're consistently injured, is that Maxey hasn't really taken a step from last year. And he's always in the gym. We know he's trying to get better. And the fact that it's not really translating yet this year, he's definitely frustrated with it. I did a quick Google search on Tyrese Maxey's stats last year without Embiid for like that 1/3 of the season, and his stats this year without Embiid. And if you look at these stats here, he's basically averaging the same as last year, but the big difference that's noticeable is his shooting percentages, his shooting splits. Last year, he took less shots but had a higher percentage, and this year he's taking more shots with a lower percentage. And it is noticeable in game that he does take some poor shots, and he doesn't really let the game come to him. Now, obviously, he is definitely trying to take the role as the leader on this team, especially with no PG and Embiid, but he does want to be a leader in general, so he's going to take these shots. He's going to force some shots, but I really think that's kind of where someone like Jared McCain comes in, a true point guard, someone who can create for others. We have Kyle Lowry, who we kind of use him as the true point guard. He runs the point guard beside Maxey, but what's Kyle Lowry going to create for you? Kyle Lowry can't get by a traffic cone. And what Jared McCain would do for Maxey is help him get open, like relieve stress. He'll get to the paint, he'll kick out, all this type of stuff. Because Maxey's one of the best three-point shooters in the league, and one of the most efficient three-point shooters in the league, as we've seen years past, but he hasn't been that this year. He's shooting like 32% from 3, and that's because he's shooting off the dribble. Maxey wants to get his threes up. He knows he can shoot. He's shooting off the dribble, which they're not always smart shots. He's shooting side steps, snatchbacks, but where he was best at shooting threes was catch and shoot. Like, I mean, that's the easiest way to shoot a three is to catch and shoot, and he can't get that. You barely see Maxey shoot a catch and shoot anymore. I'm not saying Jared McCain's going to help Maxey and like unlock Maxey, but like players like Jared McCain and obviously Joel and PG who are out, they'll get him more shots. They'll get him open shots. They know how to create for themselves. They'll drag people to them. They'll get him open shots. And Maxey's more of a two guard. I think that's kind of established now that Maxey's a score first two guard with great capabilities of scoring, but he needs a point guard around him. He needs someone who can create for him. And I love Maxey, but at this point in his career, he's just not a number one option on offense. I mean, he is a great two. He's a great two, though. Like, he off Joel, he feeds off Joel. Screens, handoffs, open catch and shoots. It's perfect. But if PG and Embiid don't consistently play, Maxey's year is going to look rough. People are going to call him washed. But I think Maxey will be fine. There's some things that you could do better. Like, you could run him with Jared more while Embiid and PG are out, so there's more creation in the offense, and he gets less attention by their defense. You could also draw up actual plays for once instead of just handoffs and screens, because that's all the offense is. It's really bad. It's poor offense. But then on Maxey's part, you also got to take some better shots. You got to be a better playmaker. I mean, we've seen him have some great plays, a lot with KJ Martin, a lot of just dump downs to the block, some oops, but some of it does, a good amount does fall on him. He does have to be a better playmaker. But I mean, going into that game, you don't really expect to win that. Magic are good. We're missing some people. We're a little depleted, but at least you took them to the wire. At least we were competitive that game.